Dun 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 dun. Crazy. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 by the reason that back to the 90s. It's accountable whether fitable, especially now, whether compared with now, whether the reason whether of now, whether to now, or whether a bit of fitable to be categorized, more fitable, whether fitable, whether suitable, whether suitable for seen. Whether with the bracket mark, whether bracket marks, whether reason that we're seeing, whether with bracket marks, and whether fitable to be regarded, or whether fitable to be categorized. Fitable was category, fitable was categorized in 1990s. Recently, regarded as on, whether of minor mark there. Whether regards as minor market, and whether another, and whether and whether and whether minor market forward to believe. Gotta have a little bit of fun as we shoot them from the, as we launch rockets and aim the 20mm cannon towards the 20mm gun, also by the 20mm towards the enemy targets. We should be playing some music, maybe not so Beach Boys, la 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 la, or the that sort of that's more probable before, because it is sort of judgment. Possibly one of, and whether others, and whether just of, whether just and whether a reason there of variance, or whether others to probably almost all words or phrases. What's up with all the catchphrase being there, and we entered it. This is no longer the great generation. I could perform like one of the old school, whether before classic voices, like one of the with the classic period characters, but it will be much providence. Hydrogen is found abundant in the various environments. It has one proton and no neutrons. When combined with another neutron, it forms into helium if we're added another proton. This increases the atomic mass 2 of 2. And with 2 protons, there will be a number of correlated, or rather correlating numbers of electrons. Since there are 2 protons, there will be 2 electrons, and they orbit at the lowest orbits. And what are the highest orbits that's available? Sort of the stuff goes to the middle. And the uranium-248 fission would become what radioactive decay to thorium if it was a supercritical mass and give a spontaneous, instant, millions of a second reaction. In order to achieve the supercritical mass, it has to be combined. It has to be kept in specially designed, whether kept in some place, whether maintained within similar regions, whether maintained the same and whether same region, whether maintained within the similar and whether same region, so whether maintained within the similar regions and with few of the neutrons escape, or whether none of the neutrons, and whether reason and whether none, or whether and rather and whether they are minor, or whether and rather they are minor, rather none of the neutrons escape, or whether few to none of them, whether few and none of the neutrons escape. It's probable to also do. And whether reason of probable to also to give a probable to also suitable for whether compared to more suitable, whether better, whether more suitable, that's slightly of a whether minor. It'll be a collection of music, minor notation there, probable to give that was which persons what actually question, except it's from Nazis in modernist puppets. And by mentioning it's already sort of, that is sort of not countering towards modernity, that is sort of corresponding, right, a bit of probably it's corresponding to Nazism, could be ignores Nazism, it's not fighting Nazism, and whether it's much of a whether reason and whether and minor to moderate, whether moderate, it's compliance, because it's replies, and whether replies to Nazism kind of was compliance to Nazism. Whether reason whether reason there and sort of countries, or whether reason whether there, whether starting from here or starting from there, a bit more back. Reason of cannibals, whether of reason of the cannibal, whether cannibal is completed. Gentlemen, this is a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time is running out, gentlemen. This is a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time to time, time is running out. This is a nuclear device. Time is running out. Quite a reason there. Time and with mine rather another man, mother rather there. Another minor rather there. A mother at first, a mother before. A mother before at first. Whether there and whether there. Whether and minor rather and whether rather there. Time is running out, gentlemen. This is a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time is running. No definite choices or whether no definite intentions are to measure different periods. Thereof, whether to measure different variants thereof. Gentlemen, that's just a nuclear device. Time is running out. Whether it's not time is running out. Whether, gentlemen, or whether this is a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time is running out, gentlemen. This is a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time is running out. And we don't have a song, as she says, burn me, holy, from the ball, the window, in the garden, in the real snow, and the fun, and the bomb, I don't know, and the baby from the body, in a house, and so happy, in a big house, June looks at me. He's a fun with so fun, and I say that even he there's other time I love me. I feel the feeling of fun. It's what I found. Far away. That's sort of probably caused by my folder. Whether reflects and whether it describes and whether it depicts, whether it also and whether it describes the whether reason there another describes another reason there another reason there just another reason there a retrieval of the and whether retrieval of the reason there to probably be whether reason there describes the sort of noticing the whether the Pokemon seen from brothers and it's upstairs may not be directly, like it's usually up to the right or to the left, right. That's usually how the doorknob scheme, or that's usually how the residential zonings are. No specific announcer, a voiceover, whether the announcer, no specific announcer there. Whether the residential city zoning, whether city zoning plans, whether the residential zoning plans, whether residential zones plans. There's probable to probable from whether to probable to be. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna Merci, Irati, aujourd'hui, et la prochaine. Whether it's a merci, whether it's a whether it's a et là aujourd'hui, whether je suis à Fontaine. Bienvenue. Qu'est-ce que c'est un jeu à Canadien et après Canada? Defense has been reached. Respite is in the base. Respite, we have a respite around here. Hey, did you get a help around here? One. Whether it's a one. Oh, still here. Gentlemen. We have a problem here. In the knife. The enemy spy has breached our defenses. He, and worst of all, he has infiltrated our bases, or whether, and he had murdered our colleagues. And worst of all, he could be any one of us. He could be you. He could be me. And he could even be her. What? He's gonna turn any second now. Any second now. We still have a problem. It's right behind you. Ah, et la poursuite chauffeur. It'll be miraculous and amongst other words, whether hilarious or whether it'll be surprise or whether it'll be hilarious or interesting to know. The word interesting is so much overusing, right? Especially on whether also overusing on comparative probable order. What if a lot of persons all can do that? It's just that they don't do it, but they're located by certain forces that themselves. So if it's not active, they made this choice, but sort of already completed it. And what if stuff does happen like this? So what if everyone can? It's just a certain forces blockade them to it. It's not so much of interactive blockade. It's so fast, automatic, regards to it as if it's on there, as if their own decision. Perhaps something of matter retrieval of the probability with as the rhetorical expression, whether and that represents those to be regardable as another discussion topic there, whether discussion there, whether topic there, whether topic there, whether discussion topic there, whether another there, and whether another discussion topic there, whether there, and whether as another, whether also retrievable of whether minor optional of a 12, and whether it continues of whether recently what it represents, and whether its functionality, whether what the phrase that's whether the phrase that's and whether the phrase is there, whether first of and whether before reason of and whether before that. and whether freeze and whether freeze sets, and whether freeze sets, and whether freeze sets there, and whether freeze sets can be, and whether reason known and freeze sets there. Maybe not of the words, but of expression probably. Which the word represents, whether present probable, and whether represent, whether present, and whether probable, and whether to using, and whether with, and whether, and whether rather, and whether minor, and whether and minor, and whether and whether and minor rather, which bracket marks of, and whether bracket marks of probable of present, whether and whether present and continues to find reason there. Of the words probable of with bracket marks of the Nazis do a lot of, they're utterly insane. They, what are they here for? They're not here. A lot of this reaction, some kind of knee jerk, some kind of jerk to tell themselves they're worse, they're smart. It's a lot of fuckeriness. It's a lot of hideousness. Whether either versions or whether if combined there, whether both there. So these deal a lot of, for example, the X-ray, for example, pumping stuff and all that. Check out the medical books. They don't do anything actually. And the reason they're there because we cannot shoot them. The police protection, though, many of the police are under, and they are quite vicious. And the more these vicious, not so vicious are, we'll put gasoline those. Stick a pipe directly through them and probably drop some stuff in there. Who knows what's it gonna be, and make it into some kind of roulette entertainment shows. There's going to be Ferris wheel that's going to be named as head roulette wheel. Whether roulette wheel was sponsor of the tennis racket, head will be whack rackets directly at those as the Ferris wheel slowly, computer slowly turns around. It will be probably fair trial, whether a bit slow. Notice what fair trial, what is that supposed to represent? It's not going to be unfair, and it's really fuckery with the non-Asian involved, with the anti-Hinduist mass here. I cannot wait to have nuclear bombs or chemical weapons to gas into gasoline. What are the two uses to gasoline? How would that necessarily happen? Well, we place gasoline containers. And is that really going to be taken as if it's literal format? Which ones are doing that? So there causes certain, probably their medical being a factor. And there was certain different chemical usages, right? And to the doctor's care, they're not even here. Which entity desecrates towards life so much? The medication really, in a way, made it worse in a way because it hides it. It's not so much it hides it, therefore it's going to be the external factor is gone. It's now a different scene. It's a motherfucker. Or whether it's now a fun part. Before you had a brutal part, so you'll be constantly fighting. Now it's a covered up fun part. And it'll be, so it's a bar, and it's switched to some other scene, and it's going to be treated as such. Right away, it's not like the person's IQ, really. His butt's IQ is probably 0. It's going to there's some childish side for a lot of experts, even. It'll be regarded as such. Right? How is that? The reason, therefore, of explanation. We have a lot to clean up. Any parties not with us, they are definitely against us. They're against life. They're against others in the South, because it's a reason and whether, and whether reason there is and whether. Another reason there is and whether. Was and the whether continues and the whether with bracket, with quote mark itself. Because and whether for it is against the universal values of life. Which ones are against? Not on the sort of entertainment, but on the functionality side, actually against it, hates it, and are absolutely hostile. It keeps functioning like a criminalist, whether criminal, like whether criminals, the Nazis.
There might be variants of Nazism, might be different magnitudes of Nazism, and whether Nazis was their Nazism, whether Nazis was their Nazi-ness, or whether Nazis also instruments and other principles. But they form this close resemblance with one another. It's like how you have isotope of certain atoms. Maybe a provenance example probably also provides, whether also downplay also probably provides provenance service. There might be variants of some types of items, of a certain item, but all of which item is named with such a name and will be at the sort of the sales, whether throughout the different modules of the supply chain, whether throughout the route, the products to sales route is regarded as this item and generates no specific changes, whether specific different results, whether differences, but whether also specific changes, or whether a reason they're completed, counterparts complete, or whether the reason they're completed, for whether reason there, for whether reason there are different results of. Radio. For whatever reason. Could be describable as someone describable, whether describable as or as routine, whether it was describable as whether describe as whether describe more exciting there. Whether it's I'll be soaking up the reverse other SpongeBob. The excitement there, whether the energy level and the joy, the energy level there, whether the end of the joy there, and whether also excitement, whether excitement efforts there, whether there, whether another option is probable to also give another to probable to also and whether to give to probable to also sort of and whether and with minor rather than whether to probable rather than whether there and whether there to probable to give. I may be able to sell CD albums after this. Welcome to CHF. You're watching 680 News. 3, 4, 5 times a day. Lock it on 680 News. West eastbound free traffic jam. Daryl Plumbers. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm Daryl Bomber. Whether this is 680 or 680 News, whether does it say, whether that is it. This is 680 News. Yes, I'm Dalai Lama. Yes. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. We got another the epic is the most whether
the most indescribable stuff are incorporated into the numerous of these songs, and it depicts the one that describes the one that described first, or one before, and one also, and one and also one is not rather referred to whether the reason there and what the reason there describes and whether depicts the whether reason there and whether if it's and whether and before there describes and depicts the whether reason describes and whether depicts numerous different states of mankind. Is that a fair statement there? And whether is that an excellent statement there? Sometimes it's not the words more, the words that are not understood. That's the most right. Whether most quite foundational, and whether because they change the foundation, and whether they upgrade complete, whether they upgrade. Life lies like poker. The abilities each represents. It's not so much it's going to be just one person that's going to become actually being able to, like Superman, fly away and be on track a lot of the times. They will require foundation and ultimate, and whether it's the more of the values that are the acting powers, and they're in ways different gods almost, but they're different characters on a plane fighting each other. And persons tribute to and whether worships reason there is more of a and much more suitable for whether more suitable for much more preferable, and whether also endorsed to or and whether much more preferred was whether preferred to rather endorse whether reason that much more preferred to endorse numerous different ginormous and whether different fictional whether different characters there. Schedule of and that is on that side is right on P. The level of it's doing this, I may not be a very great person to very suitable candidate for mentioning this because the whether also personnel whether person whether of their whether personnel whether person for and whether another whether the probable of whether the probable of commercial market whether the probable of the for it had since considerable amount of intimidation. It's being intimidated as if there's this world of all those are neutral and they're not going to be attacking, they're not hostile, they're just objects of a predictable pattern and not going to change. Whether as if these are neutral like trees, but there's so much crime out there, much injustice. The police don't do nothing. At minimum, a lot of the police are being servants to public shame. And public shame is controlling which ones control the public. Notice in which one controls the expectation. The foremost factual, the smartest, the smartest are these entities. These numbers probably fit suitable for hearings, and so whether fitable, so whether fitable there, and whether reason there, whether reason there, and whether reason that minor repeats probable, and the reason and whether thereof and whether reason thereof represents similar, whether same, whether similar content, and whether similar mention there, whether similar and whether similar, whether similar set of words, and whether set of words is also to bubble of the both reason whether to bubble to could be those ones factored are from some sort of factored machine, and they are creative in all the wrong areas. They or rather generate tons of cool paste instead of whether generate tons of cool paste and other pollutions. And a lot of the uglies are utterly brutal. They really get the goals done to such an extent that it disfigured its hijacked corpse and whether itself was Cormac also, and whether and itself was Cormac, and whether as their reason of whether as whether as whether reason of and whether at for the recent Jason whether recent minor remark to probable to could be regard to whether it's probable whether it's probable to could be regard to as from whether it's probable to regard to reason as within whether it was recognized to probable on comparison to more preferable whether better for or whether more endorsed whether more preferred to whether more preferred to